Hey guys, welcome to SP.NET MVC 5 tutorial part 3. I'm Ripon Datta. Today I'm gonna show you how to create product application demo project, especially CRUD operation. That means create, retrieve, update and delete operations. So let's get started. Alright, so first of all take a new project. Let's give the project name product apps ASP.NET web application. OK. Then by default it is selected MVC, so click OK. Now project is creating. Alright, so our project is ready. Now first of all I want to create a model. Let's say a model is product, so product class add. Then I want to add some property props. Let's say id string, product name, decimal, price, and you can add description. Right, so this is our product model. We can add id is a key, so we need to add data annotation. Alright, next I will take another tutorial for data annotation, so don't worry about this. Now let's go to the controller. So take a controller, right click, add controller. I want to select MVC5 controller with read write actions. Give the controller name product, and it is a convention that controller name followed by controller. So you can see product controller, which is inherited from controller. So this is your read write operations. Now first of all I need to take the context, so I can take another folder, add new folder, let's say context. In the context I want to take a class, let's say product context, and it is inherited from db context. So this is the entity framework, so you need to add using system.data.entity. In case if you don't have this namespace, then you have to add this reference. So how can you add this? Just right click on the reference, add reference, then you can search in your assembly, or you can search in online entity framework. Oops. or you can go to manage NuGet packages. So you can find from online. So you can see entity framework. So if you don't have installed the entity framework, you can install it from here. Alright, so what you need to do is public dbset, and you have to give the entity name, which is product, and we can say this is products, and we have to import the namespace using product apps.models and add get set getter and setter method. Alright, so this is basically db context is the part of entity framework. Now first of all, we need to take a private variable which is product context, that's a db equal new product context. So you have to import the namespace. You can click the product context, then press control dot. Now you can see using namespace. Alright, so first of all, we need to create the index. Before going through this, I want to say something about action result. This is basically controller. In the controller, we may have several methods, or we can say these are action. Suppose index is an action, details is an action, and such as create, edit, delete, all are action. So by default, this is basically get method. You can see there are some, these are all get method. That means this will only show the form or view, and this is create, which is HTTP post. So by default, this is get, HTTP get, and if it is post, you have to mention like this way, HTTP post. So this is get and post. So we need to create our view. And one thing I forget to mention you, that product context. So we need to configure our database connection string. You can see in the web.config file, connection strings, at name, this is basically your context name. Our context name is product context. So this will be product context, and this is data source. In my case, my data source is Ripon, and I'm using so you can see initial catalog. In my case, initial catalog is, let's say, product apps. Alright, so this is our connection string. Now I want to show let's say db.products to list. That means if we have any value in the product, we can show in the index view. Now how can we create the index view? You can create the index view in the view folder. So we need to create a folder which is product, you can see there's a product folder. Then right click on the product, add view. Then you have to mention the view name, which is basically action name, which is index. Then in this case we are going to show the list of products, so template should be list, model class which is product model, and data context which is product context, and add. So you can see I get an error because I didn't build the project. So try rebuild the project. So first of all I need to rebuild the project. Alright, then go to the product view, add view, this is index view, and list. Our model is product model, and data context is which is product context. So that's it, add. Alright, now you can see our view is created. So this is our view. You can see it is imported I enumerable product, so that means there is a list of product, and we are sending also a list of products. So we can run the project. I'm gonna use Google Chrome, so click. Alright, so by default this is home controller, you can see, but our controller is product, so we have to go to the product. Yes, this is our index page, and our default page is index, or default view is index. That's why you can see product or product slash index is the index page. Alright, now if you click create new, you'll get an error, you can see, because we don't have the view create SPX or any view create view. That's why we need to first create the create view. So stop the debugging, then yes, this is our create. So in this case we need to, yep, in this case I want to say another way how to create your view. At first I show you how to create a view from here. Now I am going to show you in another way. Right click in the view, I mean in the action, then you can see add view, which is create view, and template should be create model, product model, and product context, add. Alright, you can see in this case we have only single product because we can create as only a single product at a time in this case. So create, it will show the view, then whenever it will post back, this is the get. Whenever this is get, that means whenever you click the create, then it will show the create form, or I can show you. The product. Alright, so create new. Now we have the form. Let's say apple price 12, create. You can see we have created our product, but we are not getting the product because whenever we post back the product, it is not saved into database. So how can we save this? All you have to do is, whenever it is forced back, first I need to check if model state is valid, then first I want to say this is product. In this case I need to add namespace, model namespace. Okay, so db dot products dot add, which is our new product, then db dot save changes. That's it. Alright, if it is not valid, then we can return our view with that product. Alright, now run the project again. Alright, create new. So let's see, Apple description, create. Here you go, you can see our product is now showing in the index page. Similarly, you can create another product, orange 25, description, demo value. You can see, yes, it is also now created. Now we need to add edit and edit details and delete action. So let's go to the Visual Studio again. First of all, I want to show you another thing. All the time it is going to the home controller, because you can see default value is controller equal home. So instead of home, I want to change it product. Now by default it will show the product controller. Let's see. You can see by default our product controller is, our default controller is now our product controller. If you want to home, go to home, then it will show you the home. So you can see in the register routes, in the route config class, you are registering the routing values with default values. So our URL should be look like this: controller, then action, then ID. So default controller is product, action is index, and ID is optional. That's why sometimes you can see product the / index or product / create without ID, because we mentioned that ID is optional. Alright, now I want to add details action. Details view, you can see we will get an ID. So I want to put a what sign, which is means that ID can also be null. So first of all I need to check if ID equal null, then return new http status code result, which is http status code. I need to add namespace using system.net, so which is bat request. Alright, now product equal new product, which is products find id. We will get the product by id. Then what? Then if product equal null, then we need to return http not found, otherwise send the product to the view. Now I need to add the details view. Right click on the details section, add view. You can see view name is details. Select the details template. Our model is product model and context is product context. Add. Alright, so now our details view is created. We can check it. So you can see without id it gives us an error, which is http error, bat request. Alright, so first of all I want to go to the product, then I want to see the details of orange. Yes, product name orange, price and description. Back to the list. Now I want to add edit and delete action. So go to the product controller, then edit. So if I want to edit, first of all I need to send the product to the view. So product equal db product find id. Alright, similarly we can check id is null or not. So if id is null, then return new http status code result with http status code bat request, and this should be integer. What that means, this id can be an integer value or a null value. Then first find the product. If the id is available, then I need to check if product is null, then I simply return http status, what was that, oh, http not found, or send the product to the view. Then right click in the edit action, add view, edit model class product context, add. Then if the value is posted, then we will get the product. Then first of all what we need to do is to check the model state is valid or not. If it is valid, then so first of all db dot entity, let's say our entity is product dot state, which is entity state dot modified. Then db dot save changes. That's it. If the model state is not valid, then return the view with that product. Now we can check, run the project. Alright, click the edit of Apple. You can see, yes, I want to update the price. Now let's say this is 34. Save. You can see Apple price is now 34. So what else we need to do is delete. Okay, so let's go to the Visual Studio again, stop the project, then go to the delete action. Right, what ID, I mean nullable variable or parameter. If ID equal null, then return new http status code result with http status code which is bad request. Otherwise get the product equal db dot products dot find with id. If product is not available, then return http not found. Otherwise send the product to the delete view. So right click in the delete action, add view, select delete template, product model, product context, add. Alright, then this is our get action. Now we need to do on post action. If model state is valid, then or return view with product, which is our parameter. So this is our model. If the model state is valid, then db dot product dot remove, which is the product. Then finally save the changes. That's it. So run the application. Alright, now you can see this is our index page, details orange. Yes, we can edit 35 should be, let's say 55. Yes, then I want to delete it, so delete. Are you sure to delete this? Yes, delete. So we have to check the source code. Alright, first I want to put a breakpoint over here. Then I want to go to the view again, then press delete. Now you can see product have only ID, but this is not our complete product. That's why our model state is not true. You can see, I mean model state is true, but it cannot delete or remove the product. So here is an error. So how can we handle this? Instead of getting the product, we can get the ID. So first we need to check if id equal null, then simply return like previously we have done, http status code result, http status code bat request. Then we need to get the product, which is db dot products dot find using id. Then we can delete or remove the product. So we can even check here, if product is not available there, then return http not found. Similarly, we can make the product, when we can declare the product over here. Alright, so we need to initialize this. Now run the project again. Now you can see here is an issue that we have http get method and post method both are same. So what can we do is, let's say take another parameter and make the method different. Alright, now it's okay. So Google Chrome, so details, okay, delete, click delete. Now you can see product equal to, when id equal to, so F10 product, so we get our product. Then remove the product and save changes. Alright, so you can see our product is now deleted. So repeat the page or go to the product, you can see product is deleted. Or even we can go through database, you can see our product apps, products table, then you can see we have our one product. Now let's create another product. Jackfruit, create, you can see, and you can also see in the database. Yes, so that means this is our product application, which is a demo project. you can extend this project as you want. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This is the basic tutorial on MVC 5. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe this channel, and if you have any comment, or if you have any doubt, or if you are getting any error, you can comment in the comment box. If you are benefited, please do a positive comment in the comment box. So see you soon in the next tutorial. Till then, bye.